Hey, fellow growers, brothers and sisters, welcome you guys again. Well, today the video is gonna be about giving our giving our plants that we love so much, and I'm pretty sure that they love us because they provide us with so much goodness. They provide us with lots and lots of fruits. They provide for us. So the least that we can do is to make sure sting bug. I don't worry too much about sting bugs, to be honest. To me, they're not too much of a concern. Yeah, there's some other bugs that are like really unwelcome in this jar, and the number one spot for that I'm gonna mention again. I think I mentioned this freaking bug on every video. Is the squash vine borer. I'm sorry, guys. I had to mention it. I'm sorry. I hate it. So okay, move on. Let's move on. So the least that we can do for our loving plants, guys, is to make sure that they struggle the least in the least possible way. The less they struggle, the best they provide for us. The best they provide for us. If we help them out, they give us a hand. We give them a hand. So I think it's a really good deal. So as you guys can see, I can come here, I can pick up any of these delicious cherry tomatoes and have a really good snack out of it. So I've been thinking about it. So while we can provide our plants with that we know are gonna help them so well, we provide them with good soil, good sunlight. Well, that right now in summer, right now in Houston, that's not a concern. There's plenty sunlight, bros. There's plenty sunlight for every plant right now. Matter of fact, a little bit too much. But anyways, we provide sunlight, good soil, some fertilizing. Yeah, definitely some fertilizers. It can be organic fertilizer. It can be artificial fertilizers. I use both, to be honest. I have no problem with one or the other. But the other thing that plants really need to develop really well is water. And right now, guys, that's an issue. Well, when it's this hot, we are in the upper 90s. Is really an issue because we gotta be watering all these plants like pretty much daily. Because I confirm it, if I don't water these guys daily, like in a matter of 2 days without watering, guys, all these pretty much the all leaves are wilting, and I know, and believe me when I say I hate to see the plant struggling that much. So we are all about solutions. We are all about solutions. So what can we do? So I got a day off today, so I took the chance to go get these beauties right here. These are pine bark nuggets. They have helped us a lot with some roses plants that we have in the front. We got them in pots. We mulch them with that. We use that as mulch, and boom, instant boost, bro. So right now we're gonna do the same on this raised bed at least. So I'm gonna put a layer of at least 1 inch thick of pine bark nugget mulch. And what that's gonna do first is going to block all the sunlight, all the heating directly onto the soil. When you do that, you protect all the earthworms that are in there, because believe me, earthworms, they don't like hellish conditions. No, they don't like it too cold or too hot, and right now it's way too hot. So you do that, you protect all organisms living in your soil, that at the same time they give you a hand when they help decomposing all the organic matter in your soil, and all that decomposition that they help with, your plants use it as food, to give you food, to provide you with food. So we protect those organisms in the soil, we protect the earworms, we protect the bacteria, and yes, that's gonna be really good for your plants. Okay, that's one. We protect the soil from sunlight, and pretty much that seals the humidity in your soil. That it acts as a blocker from for the humidity to go to evaporate and go and abandon your soil. So you keep that moisture. All the watering that you do, pretty much right now, if I come and take the hose and use it for watering all this raised bed, I'm gonna use a lot of water. I'm gonna use a lot to water, at least, let's say, a few inches in depth on the soil on this raised bed. And yeah, the plants are gonna benefit from it, because it's gonna take some of the heat off the soil and the roots, and they're gonna feel really good about it, definitely. But that's not a permanent solution, because it's gonna dry up really quickly, because there's nothing to keep the moisture in there. All that high temperature penetrates into the soil, all the water evaporates, and pretty much all the watering was for nothing. It was just it was not a permanent solution for it, or at least a not long-lasting one. So those nuggets really help you with keeping that moisture in the soil. So you keep the soil on a regular temperature, not too hot right there in the soil. It's not gonna be too hot, and you keep that humidity. And all I can say, guys, I think that's those two elements. I think if we add it to our raised bed, it's gonna help a lot. So yeah, we're gonna do that in the next minutes. I just wanted to let you know, guys, what we're doing, why we're doing it, and I'm gonna give you guys an update on how the plants are gonna react with this change, with this element added to the raised bed. So you can see these poor sun gold cherry tomatoes is providing tomatoes. It's just the foliage. I see it's not that green, and I think that is because there's not enough humidity in the soil for the roots to absorb all the nitrogen in to go through to the foliage and keep it very green and alive looking. The same pretty much for every single plant in this raised bed. This cusho squash that I received, by the way, I mentioned this cusho squash in the last video, what we expect from it, but I didn't mention that actually this was a gift from my uncle in Arizona. My uncle, he has a really good green thumb. I was really surprised. He called me on a video phone call, and he showed me his garden, what he has growing in Phoenix, Arizona right now in summer, and wow, I was like, damn, uncle, isn't like Phoenix supposed to look like a freaking desert? And that backyard didn't look like a desert at all. It has a lot of green, it has a lot of trees, very productive trees, even tropical trees like guayabas, all kind of goodness, big and small growing in there. So that's a call out for you, uncle. If you're watching this video, thanks for the cushion squash. That's one. I'm gonna plant the other two that I got after after adding the pine bark nuggets mulch. One more thing that I want to show you guys are these long ass freaking green beans. I'm gonna harvest this guy right now. I got this guy growing here. Actually, I didn't plant this guy at the right spot because it's too shady here. It's too shady. Oh look! Oh my God! Look at this thing! Wow! I'm gonna harvest it right now, guys. So you guys, I'm doing it. Oh wow! Look at this, and it has some flowers. It has some flowers right there. So more of these monsters are coming. So, but I learned my lesson, and I got these guys growing here, and these guys are growing a lot faster than those plants that I planted in that corner over there, because this spot right here, it takes some more sunlight. Maybe not right now, but definitely way more than those over there. Yes, guys, I'm gonna cut the video right here, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like after we added the wood chips. Okay, guys, fellow growers, this is the update for how the layer of mulch using the pine bark nuggets looks like. As you can see, it doesn't look like much, but it adds a lot of benefits. And actually guys, I love the simple stuff that actually works, you know, better than all those fancy expensive things that we get for a specific kind of solutions for a specific kind of problems. My point is, sometimes the solutions are on the simplest things, guys. So, and what's simpler than the freaking wood chips? There's nothing simpler than that. There's nothing simpler than that. But guys, it's you goes to your hardware store, is the two cubic feet bag of the thing is like $3. But guys, it's not expensive at all. At least here in Houston, that's what costs, and it's not much if you put in the balance and you take into consideration what it does for you in your garden, all the benefits that you get from it, that your plants get from it. And believe me, the benefits totally outweighs those $3 per bag thing. So as you can see, we just added to it. Usually like without the wood chips, this cushion squash, let's say we don't have the wood chips right now. I water this cushion squash right now, and as small as it is, let's say 2 hours later, it's gonna be like the leaves are gonna be like nice and rigid, like all healthy looking. Like this is gonna be like a little bit wilty, you know, feeling the stress of that heat on the soil. But it's been like an hour already, and it's still looking strong. That means that all the moisture is still surrounding, is still being absorbed by those roots right now, and doing what's supposed to do. So yeah, guys, it's really hot right now, these poor plants, but they look a lot happier. Look, these little papaya trees are looking a lot happier, because the roots are not too hard, the superficial roots, and since they are very small, they don't have much of those deep roots, you know. So pretty much all the root bulb that it has is superficial, and on all that first inches of depth in your soil is very hard for all those roots. And when your plants are stressed, They get stunned, they don't grow because they cannot do it. They just cannot do it. So yeah, everything's looking a little bit better. So in the next upcoming weeks, I'm expecting to see these Songol tomato bush greener, because right now it's turning like kind of yellowish compared. Look, this Roma tomato is a little bit greener, but not totally like I would like it to be. But this poor Songol cherry tomato is not looking green at all. It's actually more yellowish than anything. But let's see what happens in the next couple of weeks. If I'm gonna give you guys an upgrade. If it's looking any greener, that means that the wood chips are doing its thing. It means it works. And so far I know it does, guys. So that's all for today, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. You take care, guys. Be nice to each other.